This week on the show, we're featuring Amber, prehnite under the microscope cam, shrimp on Why'd I Buy That, 15 new jokes, and enough positivity to make a calculator jealous. The other night, my friend had to fix dinner. I made it, but they had to fix it. Let's start the show. Benny Loco! Hi, honey. Hi, how you doing, Benny? Good to see ya. Glad you were able to make it. How are those beef and cheddars with extra cheddar? And the onion bun? Hey, How to Garden made it. Hi, Jacob. Welcome to the show, How to Garden. How does your garden grow? How you doing tonight? Hope you're ready to have a good week. My microphone is boosted a little. Let me know if it's too much. I boosted it a lot. It's a lot. Let me know if it's too loud. Wow, that's purty. Well, thank you. It's a big piece, isn't it? Big old honkin' chonk. Big old chonkin' plork. Calork. It's got some really cool stuff in it, too. We're going to show that under the microscope cam. Sounds so good. Oh, nope, not sound, just regular so good. So good without the sound so good. Okay. Cool. Oh, the beef and cheddar was good. Gotcha. Nice. Greetings from the high desert. I was wondering what the difference is when spelling desert and dessert. And I have a mnemonic, okay? I remember that in order to spell dessert, I use 2 S's. Because I always like extra dessert, which means dessert has an extra S. And the desert is barren, with the abstract of Benny Loco's presence. And I think that's what it is since there's Benny Loco in the desert, there's just not enough room for anything else. That's cool. That's that cool. It all has to be, it's bare. But anyway, desert is barren, so there's only 1 S. And dessert, we like extra dessert, so there's 2 S's. So that's how I remember the difference between desert and dessert. I bought a pyrite heart. So purty I write too. I bet it is. Okay, pyrite, like iron pyrite, like fool's gold, right? I remember that. Hey, Colette made it. Great. Sounds fine, dear. Oh, and yeah, Colette hears me a lot. You can't, Colette, you can't compare this to the YouTube administrator stream because that's a different software. And I was able to boost my microphone with the OBS. But this is Streamlabs OBS. And I was having trouble boosting it. I found out that I can add a filter, which I thought, filter reduces, but it's a gain filter, so it's actually a booster filter. It's a filter boost. Boosterizer. So we should be a little bit louder. Hi, Benny, and GTG, I think that's How to Garden, and Hackub. So maybe it was supposed to be HTG and GACOB or Gacob. Hi, Benny, and How to Garden, and Gacob. Yeah, I'll post it on the Instagram. Okay, cool. I want to see that because, I see your Instagram. Oops, Jacob asterisk. Hi, Colette. It says how to garden or Go to garden. Mr. Boosterizer. I poured plant food on the microphone. That's what it is. I poured the 22 gemstones on the microphone, and it grew a boost. Okay, where am I at anyways? There. Hey. Hey. There we are. Cheers. Welcome to the show. Liquid gemstone. Yeah. Keep it going, baby, right? Boof. Just lifting weights, so I'm all beefy. And I was doing some of my taekwondo forms. Oh, I had a picture on my Instagram. Let me see if I can find the pictures of me doing an open mic night. I actually did 3 open mic nights because I wasn't here last week. I've done 3 open mic nights. And I'll see if I can find those so you can see them. Boom, boom, boom. Doom, doom, doom. Open. Open. And we'll save that one. No, we'll just... You know what we'll do? So I'll send this one over. I should probably talk about amber since that's the stone of the week. So let's talk about some amber, shall we? This stone is actually really easy to work with, I've found out. It's a pretty soft stone, but it's brittle. This particular piece has some cracks in it. But I really like working with it. It has a particular smell. It does kind of smell a little bit like frankincense. And that makes sense because frankincense comes from a tree, and this is a type of tree-related sap. You know, it's kind of there. It's about as sappy as my jokes. Okay, let's get the order on these correct. Okay. So then you can see the order in which I did the open mics. Let's see, where are we at? Oops, I dropped it. That happens sometimes. Maybe I should take the bottom of the guard off so it doesn't get stuck in there. Usually it doesn't cause a problem though when I drop it down in there. It's usually okay. But then after I shape it with the 100 grit, then I go down to a 240. And for the most part, I finish it up with 1,000 grit because it's soft enough that I can hit it with 1,000 and it'll actually change the shape of it. The only problem with 1,000 is that sometimes it sticks on the 1,000, and it's like it's hard to. A lot of the stones I can get a nice little final touch with 1,000 grit. Let's roll on over to the next video. We got 3 videos for you. This one's about 12 minutes for me to even it out. I decided that was cleaning up the outside, and I was able to see what I got to work with. And then I decided to go with kind of a bell shape. Notice it's a little wider on the top. So I tried to flatten it out. And then I tried to even the top up. Excuse me, and I went with a bell shape. That's generally what it is. And we'll notice that under the microscope portion of the cam program. Microscope cam portion of the program, which we'll get to after I show you a little bit of open mic night pictures. There we go. Boom. Okay, I'm going to pause the amber video right there and talk to you about my open mic night, whether you care or not. So that's the open mic where I did the open micliness. And this was the first open mic night I did. It's just a little bar called the Broken Saddle. You can see the stage up there. And I'm so used to telling the jokes to the webcam, and I love you all so much for giving me feedback, right? Because it helps me know if my jokes hit or not. But really, since I'm not getting the laughter, I can't tell. And also in the bar, there's people talking in the back of the bar, so I can't really, like, you know, okay, I'm going to brag alert here. I'm going to toot my own horn a little. I was the 16th comic, whole bunch of comedians, and they were great comedians. They got up there, but from what I've heard, a lot of them are telling the same jokes. So a lot of the comedians that went up there, people have heard their jokes before, so people started talking in the back of the bar. And there were a couple times they had to quiet everybody down and they had to turn up the microphone. And then I'm the last comedian, everybody's pretty much tired and, they've had a few drinks. And so when I get up there, I'm just, I'm used to the webcam and the lights are in my eyes. I can't see much. I can see a little, but I'm mostly just kind of looking at the microphone and trying to think of my jokes, so I'm like right here. I didn't have them wrought down. I had my cell phone, but I couldn't read off of that. I was trying to, go with the roll and the flow and keep everybody's attention. Well, there wasn't any attention to keep when I started, but about my third joke in, everybody quieted down and started looking at me. And I'm like, pressure's on. And the cool thing is they were laughing at my jokes because, it's all new jokes and stuff like that. But they also, I took up some of my better jokes. I got all 1,400 and something. It's about 1,500 jokes now that I got over the past few years. And I tried to pull out some of my better ones and put them together into a flow. Still wasn't ready, but I did it anyway. And it turned out pretty nice. There was actually a very nice gal, Michelle Cotton, came over to me after the show and asked me if I would do the theater in the village. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm getting asked to do another venue. That's cool. It's another open mic night, so it's nothing big. But it actually was pretty cool because it was a little more like an actual theater. This one. And here's a funny comedian. He's just getting started. I snapped a picture. I'm in the middle of the room. So this is about halfway into the big roomy area. They got a bar over there, but it's a theater, You're there to see the show, not there to be at a bar. And you'll notice the absence of like gambling machines and that kind of stuff and kitschy, wall decorations to look at. You're supposed to focus on the stage. Well, I wasn't ready. It was a rainy night. There was barely anybody there, and it was a Sunday. It was last week about this same time during the time I do the show, except I didn't have a gemstone ready last week. That's why I was going to do the show after, or maybe even before I did this open mic, but I didn't have a gemstone ready. But I do have this iolite ready, and I'm going to get to that shortly. We're going to show it under the microscope cam, but I want to wrap up this long diatribe on open mics. So I did this open mic, and mostly it was the same people from the Broken Saddle open mic, and mostly it was the same jokes. But still, I had a couple of new jokes. People laughed at them. I didn't do as well. I wasn't up there as long, but they did okay, and I'm pretty proud of that. But then, just on Friday, I did this place, which is called Bootleg Hill Honeymeads. There was a lot more people there. Here's the little area. I'm mostly in the back of the bar right now, but they had this tiny little, I should have got a picture of that tiny little stage. It's probably like 6 feet by 4 feet is the size of the stage. But they had, the comedians going up, and I was, I don't know, number 7 or something like that, and people were laughing at my jokes. It made me really feel good about my set, and I wrote them down so I'd remember them. I'm going to try and do the same set that I did there during the joke portion, if you guys can stick around. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, and you guys can kind of experience what I gave the audience at the Bootleg Hill Honeymeadery. So back to the gemstone portion of the show. Thanks for putting up with me for through my little comment section there. But I was so excited, I thought I'd, say hi and tell you guys what was going on. Let's see, so what did I miss out? Thanks for riding with me, Jacob, and I did get a notification. Okay, couple weeks out, got the notification. Trouble hitting the right letters tonight. Well, that's pretty much every night. All buffed up. Yeah, lifting weights, gotta do them sit-ups. Weird thing about sit-ups, I was trying to do sit-ups and, being a kid in gym class and being a teenager and being in my 20s and stuff like that, doing sit-ups. the sit-ups never worked for my six-pack, but I realized as I got older that I sit up with my back muscles. So doing sit-ups just built my back muscles. So I stopped and I was like, all right, let's make sure we flex the stomach muscles. So I just laid there flat and flexed those stomach muscles really hard. And eventually I noticed that when I flex them hard enough, I actually curl over a little bit. And so I flexed them in, I curled up, sat up with my back muscles, and I can feel the motion of the stomach muscles. So I've actually been doing more sit-ups to try and get that curl motion, to try and get my six-pack built up. So I'm working on that. The 22 Gemstone Plant Food made me have really strong basil last year. Oh yeah, it is strong. That package you sent me, Colette, pretty much everything in there smells like basil, and it's delicious. Yeah, the same people. Well, they're great people. Mostly it was comedians who came out the second night because, you know, it's Sunday. It was rainy as all get out. It was really cold. It was like 33-degree rain, you know, so it's like dangerous to even leave. So yeah, you don't really want to be doing that. But no, it was cool. I got on stage, and they're gonna have another one next week, so I think I'm gonna go to that one either before or after I do the live stream. Which reminds me, let's get to the microscope portion before I run out of video. Boom. I'm going to show you this amber. I'm going to show you the iolite. I'm going to show you the prehnite that I ground on earlier. And I think next week we'll feature this iolite. It's pretty much there. I just need to finish polish it. But then also I have a Canadian penny that I'm going to show under the microscope cam. Might as well take a look at that. What year is this Canadian penny? Did they put years on there? 1994. Yeah. Here's the iolite that we're going to look at. Needs to be polished. Here's the prehnite. Still needs to be finished out. It's got this crack in it, and I'm like, I don't know. It looks neat the way it is, but it's like the crack is going to cause it to be like this. And so I'm not sure how it's going to finish out yet. It might change quite a bit. And then here is the amber bell that you see up in the corner up there. Could be made into a really neat pendant, right? Could drill a hole in it, could make it into a necklace, could bezel mount it, could just, you know, use some prongs on it, like 8 prongs, 2 in the corner and 2 in the other corner. I don't know, I'm not much of a jeweler yet, but we might actually get there, who knows. That's a whole different set of tools to be a jeweler. Microscope portion of the program. Camera portion of the program. Back. So we got the video. Boom. There we go. There we go. You guys are fantastic. Have I told you that lately? The amber needs a crown to go in it. To go into. Oh, that would, yeah, it would do that. It would do a crown. You could have it either bell-shaped like this, or you could turn it upside down. It would be cool to have like a couple of them, or, you know, just like a whole bunch of different styles of amber going on. And yeah, my hair's going to do whatever it wants today. But yeah, it would definitely be a cool piece. Oop, I dropped it. Every show. Every darned old show. Okay, let's zoom in on it, shall we? Okay. So it's got this like fire in it, and you can see some of the cracks that are in there. Wish it didn't have those, but it does. And I don't really want to grind them out because the piece, the cracks aren't that solid, and the piece seems to be staying together despite those. And it's got just that wavy fire inside of it. I really like that. It adds a lot of character to it. I really like this piece. I saw on Lapidary Dave's channel that you can polish amber with headlight cleaner. Never tried that though. Haven't done that before. I finished it out with some wet 2000 grit cerium oxide. Kinda happy with the result so far, so I haven't really done anything beyond that. But that's the amber piece, and that's how we finished it out. Pretty happy with that piece. I like it. It's a nice, pretty amber colored piece of gemstone. It's got that little fire in there. I like it. I hope you do too. Very pretty piece of amber. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I said we were going to look at prehnite, so we might as well do that. This is the prehnite I've been grinding on. See, I didn't really grind deep enough to get all of the fur pits out of it. And you'll see that when we actually get to feature it. You'll see where it started. But notice this kind of cleave area here. This is where the crack starts, and it goes up this way. And then the crack actually comes down this way. And I might wind up leaving one of them in there, but I don't really like cracks when they finish out. When I polish this up, you'll see that crack, and it won't look good. It'll look like somebody dropped it, and like it might break at any minute. And it looks better to get rid of the crack. So we'll see once I get close to it. I used to use nail polish remover to polish it. Oh, I can see that. Anything to thin down the sugary surface of it, right? And that would kind of help like burnish it. Kind of like if you dry polish quartz and it gives it that glassy luster. But you got to be careful because it'll get hot and then crack like glass. But I get what you're saying. It's any way that you can liquefy the surface to polish it down. I'm happy with this piece of prehnite, but we still need to get rid of this dirt inclusion on this side, and then we got to do something. Oh, there's the cracky part down there. See the difference in color? Let me see if I can put some water on it. Maybe that'll help us look in there. Yeah, it's got that crack over there, and that'll get rid of that side. And then this side has a crack too, so who knows how much of this we'll actually get to keep. Which is a shame because it's a nice big green piece. I'd like to make a ring or something out of that. Maybe I will just keep all the cracks in it. You know, it's possible. Does prehnite come in different colors? I'm not sure about that. I've never seen it come in different colors other than like yellow and green, like yellow to green color, kind of whitish color. Mostly, you know, the nice lime green color, the different tones and shades. So this is the piece of iolite. We need to polish it so we can see down into it, and it's got some clarity. It's also got an inclusion in the middle. We'll see when we polish it out. But I think the side that shows best will probably be this side. And I'm pretty happy with that. I got it pretty even but doing it by hand. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. And it's going to have that nice little window in there, so that'll help us get some light inside of it to bounce around. And it's going to be a fun little feature. Going to make this the feature next week as long as I can get it polished out. I gotta use some sandpaper. Nice flat desk. Be sitting here listening to some video when I'm too tired to be awake but too sleepy to too tired to stay up but too awake to go to sleep. Yeah, too tired to do anything but too sleepy to wait. We'll come back to that. Nailed it outdoors. Cheers. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming by. We got to do this while you're here. Bang! Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a good week. We're just looking at a couple of things under the microscope cam. Waiting to finish out this video, this amber. Turned it into kind of a bell shape. Even though taking the picture from up high, it makes it look like a can. Just like an amber can. It is actually a bell shape. And last but not least, let's look at this Canadian penny. I mean, we look at old pennies. I got a Canadian one, why not look at it? I wonder if this thing's actual copper. Or I wonder what kind of alloy it is. It's making me want some maple syrup and pancakes, you know? Got the maple leaves on there. It's a 1994. Oh, look. A crown. It's a crown with, like, there's supposed to be jewels on it. Let's put a jewel on the crown. Boink. Isn't that just hilarity in its prime? Oh yeah, I smashed my thumb. Ouch. That's perfect. And it's got like they've got like this little hexagonal kind of edging to the penny, but it's all dented and beat up out of place and all that. Who knows where this thing's been? Probably don't want to know, but I do see that she's got some earrings on and a pearl necklace with some kind of pendant. I wonder if it's an amber pendant. It kind of looks amber colored. It kind of does go with the theme of the show, am I right? And we got to get to the next video. Let's get to the final video. While I talk about what I bought and why did I buy that. Kind of, you know, copper and amber. Ooh, I wonder if that would be a good mount. I was thinking silver for the mount for this. Gold might be a little too much. But like copper, having some copper to mount it, copper wire, that might be pretty cool. That might make for a pretty nifty little gem setting. You know? I don't know. Need a jeweler on panel. I need to get more interviews for you folks because you're great and you deserve it. Alright, so mostly with this final polish, I'm just trying to straighten up the edges on this last video and kind of finish out the facets so that they look a little more even. And, you know, like sometimes I'll have two facets and then there'll be like a little divot, so I've got to grind both facets down to get rid of that divot. And that's mostly what I'm doing here. If I go back in the video a little bit on one of the faces, there we go. This area up here, notice the light bar goes up and then it hits this area. Mostly I'm trying to grind that out. Thanks, Jacob. Hello, Colette. And I didn't say that right because he used an E. Copper looks good with the amber. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I think I like it too. And then after that, you can see kind of the scratches in it, and that's what I finished polishing out with a 2000 grit. I'm gonna have to try some of that nail polish like How to Garden suggested. See what that does. And then I can give you guys the update on how that goes. What did I buy and why did I buy that? Oh yeah, and you can see me, like I say, I am finishing it out with the 1000 grit, and it does stick a couple times. I have to straighten it out, and that's mostly what I'm doing. Is it's got the top two facets and the bottom two facets. I thought about just rounding it over because that'd be easier, but I really wanted to keep the facets of it. And so sometimes one of them's like this, and so the line in the top is off center. Like, you know, if you're looking at it like this, the line will be like at an angle, and I'm trying to get that line straight, so I need to get both of them so that they're flat, and sometimes it sticks and it turns, and so I've got to do each of them a little bit. But first I want to grind out that divot, so I'm going around it. And right now I've got the skinnier part to the outside because that's where the divot is. And since the outside of it spins faster than the inside, you know, when you're twirling something on a string, the acceleration of it, so really those are going by quicker and there's more of them per turn, so it grinds on the outside a little faster. And so I'm getting that block and it's actually turning in a little bit to help get rid of that, and that's why I chose the way I chose to get rid of it, and I didn't drop it. Iron hands, the iron claw. Yeah. I need to get a picture of Taekwondo for you guys so you can see that. But anyway, it's the why did I buy that portion of the show. And if you notice, I'm at the store. I'm looking at their shrimp section. It's just one door. I got one door, and it's all CPAC brand. I'm used to the CPAC brand. It's not that bad. You know, it's shrimp. Microwave it up, and you got some hot meat quick. But then way up in the corneriest corner, and I can't remember the brand, but it was a different brand, and shrimp in a bag. And the big bag of shrimp, I was like, oh, hey, bulk deal, right? You know, because shrimp's kind of expensive. So I was like, well, maybe we'll get a deal on it. So I looked, and they have like, see the price tags are yellow, and then they have the little orange square on them, orange rectangle-y square. It depends on how you're looking at it. And that has the per unit price. And so the bag actually had a lower unit price. It was 40-something cents versus 50-something cents, like 48 cents versus 53 cents per unit. So I was like, okay, score. I get it home. The shrimps are smaller, there's more tails. So there's more tail per unit. So really, it's about the same quantity of edible meat per amount. And, you know, considering the breading, too, there's probably more breading per unit. So I would say that it's about the same deal. And I will probably go back with the CPAC next time I actually buy them. But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad shrimp or nothing like that. It was very tasty, and it hit the spot. That shrimp needing the spot, and that's why I buy that. Do you buy shrimp? Which shrimp did you buy? And why did you buy that? I kind of like doing the why I buy that portion of the show. It helps me look at why I buy stuff. And I hear people talk about decision fatigue. I actually saw a post on Instagram from Tom Kelly about decision fatigue. And I was like, yeah, I've got an actual, like, part of my show where I talk about that. Got that kung fu grip, baby. We should go noodling sometime, Nailed It Outdoors. I'll teach them catfish. Actually, man, I've been stung by catfish before. Man, you got to watch them barbs. Jacob is a ninja guy. Kung fu grip fits him good. Oh, you know, Colette, I did release that unboxing where I unboxed them nunchucks last week, didn't I? I kind of like doing the ninja sword unboxing better with the black mask and outfit. But come to find out, my black outfit's over at the other place. And I got to get it and wash it. So, yeah, that's a thing. So I did it with the white ninja suit anyways. So, yeah, that's how that worked out. But anyways, you guys are fantastic, and that's what I bought, and why did I buy that? Why I buy that? Jamie, are shrimp vegetables? I think they count as vegetables. Welcome to the show, Jamie. Thanks for coming by and seeing the amber in the amber section of the program. We're about to get to the joke portion of the show, where I'm going to read the jokes that I told at the open mic I did on Friday night. It was what's called a pop-up open mic, meaning that they were gonna have somebody come and play music, and they were a no-show. They couldn't show up, so at the last minute, they switched it from a music venue to an open mic venue, and people were allowed to come in and tell jokes. And I had a friend who saw it, and then they sent that invite to me and invited me to come out and do it. And I'm glad I did, because I got to try new jokes compared to the other two open mics. New jokes, and some of them are new jokes that I haven't told on the show. Some of them I did tell on the show, but it's been a while, so maybe you haven't heard them, or it's been long enough that you'll think they're funny again. But I had a new audience too. So new jokes, new audience, new confidence. And like I was saying, when I went up on the first open mic, I wasn't paying attention to the laughter, but I really enjoyed that feedback. So I was like, okay, the second open mic, I was like telling a joke and then listening for the laughter. And I was like, when I didn't get a laugh on one of them, I mean, a couple of them really hit, and I was proud of those. But then one of them didn't hit, and I was like, uh-oh, and I started getting stressed, and I was like, oh man, performance stress. And I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking about other things, and I'm like, is that what I sound like on a microphone? And, you know, all those things that come with what they call stage fright, when you go up there and you freeze. And I didn't really freeze, I was just, you know, racing through my head, and I'm trying to remember my jokes and all that stuff. I was like, oh no, it's the same jokes, it's the same audience. But then with the third time I did the open mic, just this last Friday, I had new jokes, I had a new audience, and so I was pretty fired up about that. I was happy about that. Nah, they're bugs. Shrimp are bugs. Yep, they're underwater bugs. Exactly. I've been saying that all along. The shrimp, lobsters, clams, they're all underwater bugs. They're all, you know, they got exoskeletons, they got lots of legs, they look like aliens, and there's lots of them, and they're delicious. I mean, you know, bug meat. Mm. I don't know about actually eating bugs, but then again, you know, water bugs are good. They're shrimp. They're shrimp, baby. Get you all that breaded shrimp with some ketchup. It's delicious. You know what else is delicious? The joke portion of the program. Alright, I'm not sure how well this is going to go over, because I'm not really in character. I'm in show character for the live stream, not really in like show character like I was on stage, but here goes. So what I said, I was at the Bootleg Hill Honey Meads, and so I said, I want to thank Bootleg Hill Honey Meads for doing this pop-up mic, which pop-up mic is my new porn name. On a little side note, my new rap name is P. Didney, because I didn't write anything. The other day I went it's been so cold out, I went Christmas tree hunting. Used a shotgun. Bored out 30 over with nitrous oxide. I didn't get any laughs. But then I said, I tried working as a dancer, but they fired me because I wasn't twerking out. That got them back. I saw people playing chess. It was amazing. There were people playing multiple games of chess at the same time. I thought, I'm going to try that. I tried playing 10 different games at the same time, blindfolded. Lost every one of them. Knocked over most of the pieces. They kicked me out. I was going to rewrite that and say I went to a chess club, so you know where they kicked me out, because I think that's the distraction from that part is they kicked me out, but where did they kick me out of? So I went to a chess club the other day. I saw people playing chess, and it was amazing. They were playing multiple games of chess at the same time. So I thought, I'm going to try that. I tried playing 10 different games of chess at the same time, blindfolded. Lost every one. Knocked over most of the pieces. They kicked me out. I'm not going back there. I've been putting on weight. All this legal marijuana has been giving me secondhand munchies. I don't even have to pay for it. I just go to the gas station and wait for someone with tinted windows to open their car door. Or I can pull up at a stoplight and roll down my window and ask the person next to me, "Pardon me, do you have any green Dijon?" Actually, that joke got some laughs, and I saw somebody on Twitter reference that commercial, and so I typed that out. History shows that King Arthur was a good dancer because he had the rhythm of the night. And, I want to give a shout out to Rodney Dangerfield, because he never gets any respect. That's like me. I don't get no respect. I was driving through a small town. I got pulled over by the police. He said I was... I got pulled over by the police. I said, I was driving the speed limit. What's the problem? He said, Well, drive faster. We don't want you around here. No respect. He gave me a ticket for not using my turn signal. I said, but I'm not a prostitute. He said, yeah, but you look horrible. It's a terrible joke. Terrible joke. I can't believe I did those jokes. Let's see. What else did I not get through during the joke portion? Because we've had a lot of them. I had a joke about a trailer hitch. Oh, I was thinking, I'm driving down the interstate. I was thinking it'd be cool if I had a pole on the front of my car that would come out and latch onto someone's trailer hitch. I could just shift into neutral and save gasoline. That'd be interesting. Let's see, I did that joke. Oh, courtesy of Jamie, she was asking if underwear is a type of windbreaker. Does it count? I mean, I think it does. Farmer bred a new type of bull that's been causing trouble. He's calling it the horrible breed. No tickling is a silly law. Using quotations. Let's see. No respect. Got a couple more of these. It's been a couple weeks, folks, so give me a break here, okay? No respect. The other day, I told my mom I took a girl on a date. She said, how much did you have to pay? No respect. The other day, I got slapped by Will Smith. Didn't even make a joke about his wife. He just needed something to wipe his hand on. No respect. Let's see. Why was the sports car charming? Because it had charisma. Sorry, that really kind of killed the other jokes, didn't it? Technically, my profession is porn star, but I'm listed as a musician because I like to make beautiful music. I'm still confused about how my parents raised me. Do they want me to do well or suffer like they did? I think that one's got bit potential, but it's not really my style. So I should probably try and work on that one. I found out that when it comes to my schedule, I could talk for an hour, which means I need to schedule time to talk about my schedule. Let's see, this one's not even finished either. Stop going to the hospital when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, my parents did things for me, and so did the hospital. But now I do it all myself. No, that's not even a joke. Okay, last one. The other night, my friend had to fix dinner. I made dinner, but they had to fix it. Just like I have to fix... Wait. We got the wrong part. No, we got the wrong part. Okay, here it is. I gotta fix the joke portion of the program. You are all so fantastic for putting up with that. I hope that brought you a little bit of joy. I'm going to play a little bit more of this Amber video again. We'll just kind of let that finish out while I get caught up on the chats. And tell y'all, I got to remind you to go ahead and drop your links and stuff like that. Announce what you got coming up on your channel. If you're going to post a video, let us know so that we can go to your channel and check it out. Because like Benny Loco was saying, we don't always get our notifications. And I don't always know, so I try to keep up on things. And I really appreciate you coming by my show. I really hope you appreciate the positivity that we got going on. I really hope you have a great week. You are also fantastic for laughing at my jokes, laughing at the alien bugfish, lost all the chess games, Nailed It Outdoors came by and said hello. But Jamie's here. She's got, I'm coming so I can't type, but I'm doing over here fire. Cooking. Okay, you're cooking. Gotcha. No problem. These are so funny. Thank you. Talking about fixing dinner. Lots of great jokes tonight. You guys are lots of great commenters tonight. Colette S. came by. How to Garden came by. Benny Loco made it to the show this week. You are all so fantastic. You are all going to make it a great week. And I hope to see you next week and every week on Sunday evenings. Big love, you folks.